Hello everyone. I want to spend a couple minutes talking about Chapter 3. Chapter 3's title is Mastering the Fundamentals, the Bedrock of Supply Chain Management. The key element within here, earlier I talked about Art Cook's profit chain and the model that I have. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about, we're going to go a little bit more detail. As I discussed on the bottom here, the functional foundations which taught in university, and as we move up, you have the people process foundation, the structural framework, and the financial focal point. Now, some of the elements within this, with the key part of this chapter is talking about mastering the fundamentals. And without mastering the fundamentals, you cannot grow successfully or sustainable toward the financial focal point. You can move up there, but it's not going to be always sustainable. You see that in your business on a regular basis. So what are some of the fundamentals? I'm not going to give them all to you, but I'm going to give you a couple highlights that I see routinely in businesses that I go to that they struggle with on a regular basis. Some of the fundamentals that you have to master, and it has to become part of your DNA, what you do every day. Inventory accuracy is a key one. I go into so many businesses and inventory is inaccurate, and we have to move away from that. In order to successfully have significant inventory velocity, your inventory accuracy has to be in the 99+%. Additionally, simple things like order acknowledgement from suppliers. Each week you might send a release to them, you might send a PO to them. You have to make sure you get the acknowledgement that they receive the order, that they receive the date, they can meet the date and meet the quantity. And I'll tell you, not virtually all, but many in the 70 to 90% percentile range, surprise shortages are due to the fact that the order was not acknowledged from the supplier. They never got it, or they couldn't do it and nobody knew about it until the 11th hour and you're shutting down the line. Okay? It's vitally important to master those fundamentals. And without getting those fundamentals right, it's very hard to move through this and sustain it. Okay? The other element is talking about the people process foundation. You can't do anything without good people, trained people, people that are educated, people that they know the organization and you as a leader care about them as an individual. So that's the key part here. That's the key part of that next section. All right. Then as you build upon that, you can move up and you can build on what I talk about, the core skills and core competencies to make sure everybody has it. There's so much that you can do with the foundation, but then you have to build within here. And this is building the team core skills and fundamentals. Within this, then you get into the real world application of it. What I see so often that I'm called in from clients, they want to put a new ERP system in. They want to put a new DRP in. And when you dig through and you look, the fundamentals aren't in place. And if they go and put something like that in, they're going to have the same problems that they had before. The other thing that happens is they want to put it in, but they don't know what questions to ask. So they're trying to solve world hunger, so to speak. And what they're doing is they're trying to do everything in a short period of time, and it's not sustainable. The real trick is to put these fundamentals in, from inventory accuracy to what I call the planning commandments. Purchase orders put on the right day, or it can be a release to a supplier. It's done at the right day, not a day earlier, not a day late. The right day quantity. You acknowledge that. If they're late, you expedite. And you de-expedite if required. Part of the planning commandments. Inventory needs to be accurate. Visual daily management, getting everybody in place at one time every day at the exact same time to talk about what you have to do in the next 8, 24, 36, 72 hours to make sure your week and your days are successful. That's part of the fundamentals. If you do that, you will look like a genius. That's what I talk about in this chapter. And then additionally, avoid chasing the silver bullet. It is so easy to look for the new shiny thing that's going to solve all of your problems, a new ERP, a new DRP. It doesn't. You have to have the fundamentals in place. Once you have the fundamentals in place, when you do need to put a new ERP in, you will know what questions to ask, and it's going to go in seamlessly, and you're going to improve upon what you had before. Final part, I have a call to action. A couple of the call to actions are, do you have the relevant KPIs in place? Are your functions siloed? Do you think of supply chain as purchasing or procurement, or is it an overlying philosophy within the organization? That's the heart of this. This is the heart of what this chapter is about, to get you thinking beyond individual siloed aspects of supply chain. So hope this helped you understand the chapter a little bit. Hope that you've read it and you have clear understanding, and it helps you move your journey through supply chain that much further, and it becomes more sustainable. Thanks a lot for listening, and look forward to talking to you in chapter 4.